English Elite Podcast.
You know that specific panic when you're trying to speak a new language?
Oh, yeah.
You know the word, it's right there.
Yeah.
But you can feel this literal loading bar spinning in your brain. You just freeze.
The dreaded buffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just you. Today we're looking at mind over translation, the internal English path, specifically their day 2 module.
Right.
And their whole point is that this lag, it's not a vocabulary problem, it's a processing error.
See, that feels so counterintuitive. Usually when I get stuck, I just assume I need more flashcards, more words.
Yeah, and the creators here, Alex and Sophia, they argue more vocabulary can actually make it worse.
Worse. How?
It creates more drag if you don't fix the underlying mechanism first. They call it the translation trap.
That's a perfect name for it.
It is, right? I mean, just think about the computing power involved.
Yeah.
You hear English,
Okay.
you translate it to your native language to understand it, then you think of a reply in your native language, then you have to translate that back to English.
And check the grammar before you even say it. Oh my God. You're doing 4 times the work.
And that's why it's so exhausting.
Yeah.
You're running a mental marathon just to say, pass the salt.
The whole goal is to bypass that. You have to bypass your native language entirely. You feel thirsty, and the brain should just fire the English neuron for water.
No middleman.
Exactly, no middleman.
Which sounds fantastic in theory, but I mean, how do you actually do that? You can't just decide to stop thinking in your native language. It's automatic.
You can't flip a switch, no. But you can build a habit. And the methodology is, well, it's surprisingly simple. They start with what they call simple English.
Meaning what? Like baby talk?
Sort of, yeah. In a way, it's about stripping away all the complexity. So when you wake up, instead of letting your brain run wild in your native tongue,
Thinking about your to-do list, the trap
right,
list.
all that complex stuff,
Yeah.
you just force a simple English overlay. Good morning.
I am tired.
I need water. Super basic things.
So you're kind of intentionally dumbing down your own inner voice.
Well, you're training the neural pathways. You're teaching the brain to connect a physical feeling directly to an English word. If you try to translate some complex thought about the meaning of life, you'll fail. You'll just switch back.
But I am walking,
I am walking. Your brain can handle that direct link.
which leads to their next tactic, right? The
Yes.
whole narrating the world thing.
Yeah, I'm opening the door.
The weather is hot.
It sounds almost silly, but you're keeping the English mode engine idling.
Yeah.
Most learners only turn that engine on when they have to speak to someone, so it's cold, it stalls. This keeps it warm.
I actually tried their other exercise, the naming things one, just looking at my desk and thinking phone, chair, door. It's surprisingly grounding. It just, it stops your brain from drifting back into its default language.
Exactly. But there's a bigger idea here that I think is the most valuable part of the whole thing. The author, Alex, has this line:
Which one?
English is not math.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how language is taught in school, isn't it? Like it's an equation.
It is. There's a formula, a correct answer, and if you get a variable wrong, you get a big red X.
And that creates this paralysis,
Yeah.
this perfectionism.
Right, you're terrified of a syntax error. But the source argues for daily English over perfect English. If you say, I go store, who cares?
You communicated, you won.
You won. So mistakes aren't just okay, they're actually data points. They help the brain calibrate.
So the fear of being wrong is what keeps the translation trap going.
It's the fuel for it. If you stop calculating and just start producing, even messily, you break the cycle.
And they wrap this all up by teasing the next topic, which is confidence, implying you can't have vocal confidence until you have this internal quiet.
It makes total sense. You can't project confidence if you're frantically Google translating inside your own head. You need that direct line first.
Before we go, I do want to leave you with a thought that struck me while reading that part on simplifying your thoughts.
Okay.
So the source tells us to think, I am tired, or the sky is blue, to build a skill. It's a tool.
A functional tool, absolutely.
But we know that language shapes how we perceive reality.
Right.
Right. So if you spend, say, 3 months deliberately limiting your internal monologue to this really simple, almost toddler level English, do you actually simplify your experience of the world? Does the world itself become less complex just because your description of it is?
Wow. That is a dangerous and fascinating question.
Something to chew on. Thanks for listening.
Keep thinking.